Okay, dolls, so I'm back and I'm going to be doing a talking video which has been very much requested, and you dolls have asked me so many times what I did to move out and how was the process, what did you buy first, or you know, like how do you move out and how is it living alone and things like that. So this is just going to be a video about moving out and living alone. So I'm going to start from the beginning. I don't have any notes or anything, and I'm just going to go off the top of my head on things that I did in order to move out and how it's been for me. I feel like I can make this video now because it's almost been a year since I've been living alone. So I feel like I can give you guys some advice now. You were asking for this video when I first moved out and I didn't think I was ready to talk about this. So first off, while you're still living at home, or maybe you're living with a boyfriend or something and you want to be done and live alone or whatever. I don't know what the case is with whoever. This could be for a guy or a girl. It doesn't matter. But while you're still living, wherever you're living at, you need to put a plan in motion and you need to start purchasing your items, your bigger things first, kind of. So let me just tell you what I did. So whenever I had decided that I was ready to move out, it was around December and I had made up my mind that I was ready to move out. So I started to put money away and I stopped shopping so much because I knew I was going to have to purchase lots of things because I had never lived alone, like completely by myself. So I knew I would need pretty much everything except I had my bedroom furniture if I wanted to keep that. So I started to put money to the side, and I know that there were some things that I wanted to get, and once you move out, you're going to be paying bills and all that type of stuff. So you want to try to get most of your things before you move so that you already have everything, and then you still have your money to pay your bills and everything like that. So I went shopping one day, and this was the day that I decided, okay, I'm going to start getting my stuff today. And if you live at home with your parents or with whoever, they probably won't agree for you to start going out and purchasing things because you haven't even found the place yet or anything like that. But you already know in your mind that you're going to move, right? So this is how I was. I went to the store, and the first thing that I purchased, which is the craziest thing ever, was throw pillows for my couch. Like, I already knew in my mind what I wanted and the colors that I wanted it to be, and I knew that I wanted my living room to be black, turquoise, and white. So I knew I wanted black couches, and I had found some really pretty turquoise pillows with silver accents on them, and they came in a set with two. They didn't have a double set because I knew I wanted two sofas, but I just ended up buying those. And then I found some really cute glasses and like flatware and things like that. I started buying all of those items, and then I would just have that stuff sitting at my mom's house, of course. And then next after I bought a few of those little things, I started focusing more on bigger items that would cost a lot more. For instance, my mirror that is in the background, which is my vanity mirror. I knew that I wanted that, so I purchased that online. I went ahead and ordered it. Plus, I knew I was going to have to wait for it to come in, as well as my vanity desk or station or whatever. I knew that I wanted that, so I went to the store and I went ahead and purchased that as well. And what else did I buy? Yeah, and then also when TVs went on sale, I believe it was like around Super Bowl time, and I went ahead and went to the store because I had my money already for my TV, but my mom was like, you should wait a few weeks or whatever. It was probably a month away or something like that to get my TV because it was going to be Super Bowl time. So I waited and I went and got my TV then for my living room because I already had a TV in my bedroom, and I had an extra TV that was in my bedroom beforehand in my mom's place. So I had that stuff, and then what else did I get? And yeah, that was kind of like the basics of the things that I purchased first off. So then one day, whenever I was like getting all my stuff in and things were becoming packed, like I kept everything in the garage at my mom's house and things were getting out of hand. Oh, let me go back a little bit. I went too far. Also, I purchased my living room table and my two end tables as well because I knew I wanted mirror furniture. Like, I wanted my house to be really glam and girly. So I had ordered those as well. And then when it was time for me to move, me and my mom had came and looked at apartments. and we looked at a few different things. And the first apartment that I wanted was more of like a townhome type of apartment, but this apartment was a lot older. Like, it wasn't new at all, it was an older one. And I really wanted that one so bad because it was so much space, but it was just me, so I really didn't need the space. And then I looked where I am now, and this apartment was brand new, no one had ever lived in it. It's in a good area, and my mom was like, I like this one so much better for you, and it's all new, everything is, you know, it's like it's yours. So I picked this one and I got approved and everything, so I went ahead and did my deposit and everything, which was really good. So you want to have all of your money put up. Like, you need to have your deposit money, you need to have your first month's rent, you need to be sure that you set up all of your stuff. Once you go to the leasing office and they tell you that you have the apartment or the house or wherever you're moving to, then you can go ahead and turn on like your lights, your cable, all that stuff. They'll give you the information with the companies that they prefer, or, you know, companies in your area that you can use to get all that stuff turned on and get it put in your name and all that. So I did that. The day that I went and I found out that I was approved for the apartment, I didn't sign my lease that day because I would have to go back the day that she would actually give me the key, which would be later on in the week. So the day that I was approved was actually on a Saturday, and me and my mom, as soon as we left the leasing office, we went and started picking out all of my furniture and everything. And I had already like been going back and forth looking at different furniture stores and everything like that for couches and all that stuff. So we went to the furniture store, the one that we always usually shop at, and the same sofas that I had looked at before, those were like the best black ones that I could find. And they were like leather, so that's what I ended up picking, and I went ahead and paid for my sofas. And then I looked around at beds as well, which I knew I didn't need a bed, but I went ahead and got a new bed anyways because I just wanted a new one and I had the extra money already put to the side. So I went ahead and purchased a new bed, and, you know, all the furniture that goes with that as well. And yeah, that was everything. Like, once I did that, I pretty much had everything. So throughout the week, whenever they would come to move my stuff in, my mom came over for me and she had the movers to move everything in. So I never really moved into my apartment without having anything, because I had set it up to where I would have everything ahead of time. Like, I know a lot of people move in with nothing, maybe just their furniture, you know, like their bedroom furniture, and that's it. Like, they don't have their couch or their dining table. Oh, also I had picked out my dining table from that same furniture place as well. I can't remember everything, so I didn't write it down, but yeah, I know some people wait to get things like that. Like, they may get their sofa later and their dining table later or whatever. They just wait later on once they start getting in more checks, and they go get things, you know, later on. Or you can finance it and pay on it monthly, which, I mean, if you can save your money and just pay for it outright, I definitely recommend to do it that way, because it's a less of a headache to be having to pay those bills, which is the way that I did it. And I'm very happy that I saved the money and did it that way. So I moved in pretty much having everything that I needed, and then I just worked on my beauty room and things like that piece by piece, such as some of the other furniture pieces that I added in here. We just went back and found those later, and like pictures and things like that, all that stuff will come later. Like, in my living room, I still haven't found the perfect picture to go in there, and later on I bought like another table that matched my living room tables, a console table to go like in the walkway when you come in, and a big mirror and things like that. I just purchased things like that later. As well as in my bathroom, the shower curtain and things like that that I picked originally, it wasn't really what I wanted, but I couldn't find anything that I really wanted, so I went ahead and got that one. And then later on, when I seen a better shower curtain, I went ahead and purchased that one. So sometimes you will get things and then later on you'll switch them out, because you'll find that you didn't really love it so much, but you bought it anyways because you needed something. So yeah, I just recommend getting the bigger things before you move in, and that way you don't have that headache of paying those, you know, huge bills every month or whatever the case may be. As far as living alone, it's great because you can do what you want. You can walk around in your panties all day, your panties and bra, or whatever. And then later on I did get Versace, probably a few months after I moved in, which I got him around Mother's Day. I actually got him on Mother's Day. So then I wasn't so lonely. Like I had a little friend to be here with me all the time. And of course it always helps when you have friends or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, so living alone is great. You just have to know how to kind of budget your money in a way where you're going to pay your bills and you can still have money to eat and do other things, because you want to take into account that every week or however often you have to still get gas and you have to feed yourself, and you're going to need groceries, or if you eat out all the time or whatever the case may be, you need the money for that, as well as you have lights, water, gas, or whatever it may be for you, and your rent as well, which is, the rent is like the main thing, because that's the most expensive part of everything else, and then all of your other bills fall into place, like your health insurance, dental insurance, credit card bills, cell phone bill, all that other stuff. You know, you have to pay all that stuff too. So it is a lot, and for the longest time I just thought, like, how in the hell am I gonna pay all of this stuff? But you just have to trust and believe in God and know that everything's gonna be okay. Especially, you can budget yourself. Like, before I moved out, I would write down how much I thought things would cost, like how much is an cable bill a month, or you know, whatever. Like, I would just kind of think however much I thought it was, and then I would ask my friends who lived alone how much they paid for their water a month, or whatever the case may be, so I can kind of figure out how much I was going to be paying a month. And that really helped also, because it kind of helps you to budget ahead of time, and you can look at how much you make each month and kind of break everything down. So I definitely recommend to do that, and I'm sure everyone knows somebody, a friend, a relative, something that you can ask, how much is your cable bill a month, how much is this, or whatever. And of course it depends on how many people are in that household, so you kind of want to ask a friend or a relative or something that lives alone, because the price will probably be more, you know, the same, especially if they live in your same area. Other cities, you know, it varies from city to city. So yeah, that's how I moved out, and it's been great. If you dogs live alone and you're lonely, get you a little dog. He will keep you company. Versace is so spoiled. He's like a little baby. And yeah, I hope that this helps someone. I'm probably blabbing and this video is extra long, so bye dogs.